Oh shit. Well, when I was watching this anime, I didn't expect it to be about an old hag who took a teenager's penis or about his friend's grandma who wants to look at his penis. I guess everyone has their own fetish. It's extremely hilarious how Turbo Granny wasn't lying when she said, "I'll let you suck on my tits, boy, if you let me gobble your dong." Because when Okarun went to go get his little pencil of a wiener back, he took a massive bite out of one of her boobs and had her screaming like SpongeBob during the Hashling and Slasher episode. But I know deep down inside, she liked it. Man was holding on for dear life, but was committed to trying to save Momo. But then you got Momo wanting to know more about aliens, making me question whether or not she got her mind wiped, because how do you not remember that they groped you and wanted to have alien babies? Although I'm not too sure on how that would turn out. Imagine the scenario of an alien that tried to have sex with you without your consent, and then later you're all like, man, I wonder if aliens poop or if they wear underwear. And no way we can forget about how Momo's grandmother is just an absolute blessing to look at, making fans wonder how it is physically possible to look so young and yet be so old. But with all these weird shenanigans going on, I have to ask you, yes, you watching this video, do you think this is anime of the year? With 6 episodes released and halfway through the first season, after sitting down and thinking, it has the potential to be something great. At first glance, there will be a lot of funny moments and what the fuck moments, making you wonder what Yuki Nobutatsu consumed before writing this absolute masterpiece. Each episode is a wild and chaotic ride that manages to balance your humor and seriousness all at the same time. The series doesn't actually have a plot, it's more of a, oh, I wonder what bad things will happen to me today type of feeling. Instead, it chooses to focus on the characters' development and their relationship, getting a sense of how close the duo feels for each other. I'm going to break down each episode and my thoughts about it just to give you a general synopsis on if you meet the target demographic of a young adult with a crude sense of humor that can't help but enjoy the unpredictability of a wild situation. But isn't that all kids nowadays? It starts off with your typical virgin nerd who can't help but believe that aliens are real. And you know what really pairs well with that? A bitchy tough girl that just so happened to get dumped by her boyfriend and believes in ghosts. The two make a bet to prove each other wrong. Momo adventures into a hospital that is known to be a UFO hotspot, while Okarun heads inside a tunnel potentially being haunted by ghosts. One meets a perverted grandma who wants to take his penis, and the other is captured by aliens looking to reproduce with their metal dicks? That could seriously get someone hurt. While performing psychokinesis, one of the aliens attempts to answer the phone, and Okarun pulls up on demon time trying to save his girl, just straight chomping on where it hurts most and ripping it off. Ultimately, Okarun is defeated and they start the arousal process on Momo, but why the hell are her titties going up and down like that for? This is like Terry Crews flexing his pecs but doing them both at the same time. Also, you're telling me that the aliens stripped her basically naked but didn't have the time to take off her socks and shoes to give us some feet to look at? A lot of wild shit ensues, Momo gains new powers, Okarun is possessed, and now they both believe in what they thought was made up nonsense. All of this happens in the first episode, mind you, and it's a great way to introduce us to our main duo in this insane world. Afterwards, they head to Momo's house and, oh my god, my body is burning! Help me, please, for dear god! Or just sit around and do nothing. That's also a great idea, Momo. Turns out, there was a barrier up to fend off evil spirits. It's okay, Okarun, you can come through now, you're safe! This was more funnier than it needed to be. Inside the house we go, Momo gets changed out of her clothes, and to our surprise, wow, snazzy looking feet. I knew this day would come. Okarun decides to check to see if his wanker is gone, and besides the fact that it probably smells absolutely rancid, or maybe this is how you should react when you find out that you lost your penis. The smart, intelligent, and independent woman thought it was a great idea to take the talisman off, and now you got a damn evil spirit knocking on your door. Great. What's the plan now? Let's go through the back door and just put it back on. That sounds super easy. Now you got a damn sumo wrestler who's flexible in the arts of gymnastics standing right in front of you. Is it an alien? Is it an evil spirit? Who knows? All it wants is your bananas. Okarun transforms into his nonchalant, low-key, depressed powers, and let's just say he can't control weenie gobbling Granny's powers quite yet. In a weird turn of events, it was Momo who ended up saving the day, at the expense of her getting beaten to a pulp while Okarun sits on the sidelines cheering, "Don't you hurt my girlfriend," and doing absolutely nothing. Get that shit out of here, weak-ass main characters. Momo passes out after that ass whooping, and now the curse is taking over his body once again. Who is here to save the day? A sexy, young, cigarette-smoking grandma that is a goddamn badass. You could say that this fight is granny on granny action if you're into that kind of stuff. Trapping Turbo Granny in a barrier and just toying with her was not what I was expecting to happen, but did I enjoy it? Yes. It's time to devise a plan to get Okarun his peen back, and training starts bright and early. Before that, he has to take a massive dump, and who would have thought that Momo has to super supervise them. Man, that had to be humiliating for the both of them. Suddenly, Turbo Granny shows up angry as shit, telling Momo, "Bitch, come to the tunnel tonight or I'm gonna kill everyone." With no options left, they suit up in their outfits that are evil spirit proof to go kick some Turbo Granny ass. So they enter the tunnel together, and is that a headless titan from AOT? No, because it's two headless titans from AOT. Before they get eaten alive, Momo challenges the 100-kilometer Granny to a game of tag, and she accepts her proposal. When they start running, Turbo Granny starts counting in an unusual manner, skipping over numbers. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and their time is up. She traps and starts suffocating Momo, and it's Okurun's turn next. Without his powers, he does the most illogical thing and lunges to bite one of her boobs. Freaking the hell out, they manage to trap her, but are now faced with an evil spirit that is a huge crab. Like I said earlier, you never know what will happen next. After boiling the crab alive in a hot spring, you would think, well, it's over, nothing to worry about now. Turbo Granny, a huge crab. How about we add some undead spirits chasing us like we are the reasons they died, because why the fuck not? Momo using her powers like she's in a Spider-Man movie, and Okurun with his superhuman strength. The unstoppable duo. But wait, they are stoppable. Give or take within a few minutes, they are now in serious trouble. Given one more chance, they hop on a train, and this old hag falls right into checkmate, the oldest trick in the book. A barrier has been set up outside the city, and now the winner of this race is Momo. What a time to be alive. Another day where this tag team duo survives. Turbo Granny wasn't all that bad though. She resided inside the tunnel where girls were left to rot and was trying to protect those spirits. Okurun got his peen back and the story is over. Or maybe it isn't. It's school the next day and they don't know how to act around each other after all that's happened. Why not spice it up with a bit of romance where the two spend their whole fucking day looking for each other at lunch? Give it a bit of time and boom, they accidentally kiss in the heat of the moment. Yuki Nobitatsu, you are a smart man. It really goes to show you how the characters are slowly becoming affectionate towards each other, but one is too tough to admit it while the other is too scared to admit it. This is shown when Momo catches Okurun talking to another girl and starts to get all jealous. But in reality, she was secretly trash talking him and Momo gets revenge by using her psychic powers. What a control freak she is. I mean, I start to feel bad for the guy after all he's been going through, especially when he figures out when he uses the bathroom that his balls are gone. Oh my gosh, the story can't get any more interesting. Momo thinks this is hilarious for some reason. She wouldn't understand the feeling of losing your balls, but it was an adorable moment nonetheless. They decide to confront Turbo Granny by trapping her inside a doll, but holy shit, I did not know grannies could look so good in shorts. A deal is proposed with Turbo Old Hag that if Okurun's balls are returned, she will get her powers back, but turns out she lost his balls. Wow, I mean, bravo. I was not expecting that. A nasty rumor is going around school about how Momo's a dirty girl who gets with any guy. Man, that's pretty harsh. Okurun sticks up for her and doesn't allow anyone to trash talk his one and only friend. Remember that one girl who was making fun of Okurun behind his back? You wouldn't believe me if I told you she was the one who found his balls during the fight with Turbo Granny. After finding out what Momo did to her, she believes she's a demon and needs to save the world. She tricks her into following her and sets her up in a trap to send her back to the pits of hell where she came from. This overly confident wannabe hero is in more danger than she might realize as a creepy lady is after her. Another old hag enters the fray and she desperately wants to be called mommy like she has some serious mommy issues. Don't want to call her that, you get swallowed. You want to get in her way, you get swallowed. Get ready for an incredible battle between Okurun and Momo versus old hag mommy. Man, these episodes will really have you guessing what crazy shenanigans they might come across next. Besides all the comments about how the comedy is too forced because most people don't fit the threshold of the target audience and the cruel humor it provides, I recommend giving the anime a chance. Its animation is beautiful and each episode is a roller coaster of emotion that feels like a fresher breath air. What are your thoughts on Dandadan? If you made it this far, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya!